We have horses now in Baldur's Gate 3. Welcome back to another episode of the best mods of the week in Baldur's Gate 3's Mod Manager. We got about 25 different mods to cover here today. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. And you know what I love? Mods. So let's get right into things. And yes, we do finally have horses in Baldur's Gate 3 for photo mode, as there's a lot of work that goes into animations and things, but you can see here, these look amazing for virtual photography. Not just horses, but we also got some bunnies and some Heartsworn Knights and heart-themed weapons for Valentine's Day. Also things like bouquets of flowers to attack enemies with My Funny Valentine. We also do got a fair share of different class and subclass mods to cover here today, cosmetics, and much, much more. But first I want to address the horse in the room. Yeah, you actually can now have horses for photos in Baldur's Gate 3 thanks to Petrograph99. Huge fan of their mods, as they did a Christmas themed mod, which is perfect whenever my Winter Spirit Bard mod released. But with this one here, it's like amazing to see what's possible. And yeah, I gotta say, the pictures you can take with this are actually pretty cool. It's something I'll be trying around for the thumbnail of this video, so you'll see my success there. And you can actually have the wings flapping like that there. So basically, you get an item that lets you summon in a pocket horse here, and you can also summon in pocket wings as well. But there's also this item that you get in the tutorial chest, the Pocket Horse Pack, which comes with a bunch of them that'll be ready for you to just drop on the ground here and position how you like. Now, if you're on PC, you can just click and hold on them and scroll your mouse wheel to be able to rotate them around if you haven't done this before. But yeah, you can see that there. These look incredible. There's no horses in Baldur's Gate 3, so to see something like this is actually amazing when people like Astarion actually reference horses in the game. So yeah, stay tuned to see this in a future video, because I'm going to be doing some more photo mode stuff in the future. But next up, Poesilibre's Bunny's Secret by Poesielibre. So this is the outfit here on my character, and it comes with a variety of different ones. There's NSFW ones as well. You can dye this fully to your liking, as you see in this picture. There's also chainmail versions, a glossy version, and a non-glossy. Yeah, this is perfect for Valentine's Day, and also this mod was made in collaboration with Echo, who has a bunch of different photo mode mods that I'd highly recommend checking out as well. Next up is the heart-shaped Greataxe here by Forget with a 9 in it. This has a really cool design. I love the little heart on there. You can look through it. It's also similar to the, there's an item in the base game, the Hellfire Greataxe, that actually has the same thing where your character will actually hold it out like this. Also the flame blades, there's something about certain types of fire, your character will always hold it. It's kind of funny though, like if you're not controlling them, they will put it away, so you can see that there. But yeah, that's a really nice weapon, and this one actually goes perfectly alongside the Heartsworn Knight Fighter Charisma and Love. This subclass mod I made released last week in anticipation for Valentine's Day. I've already yapped about this one enough, so I'm not going to get too into the weeds with this, but it comes with a bunch of different unique spells, and there's 9 different summons that you can see here. Looking for feedback though for future updates and future mods. You can stay tuned. I have 2 in the works right now for class mods and some other stuff on the way. I also really like My Funny Valentine here by Arafel_094. They say love hurts, but I never pictured beating someone up with a bouquet of flowers before, but you now can do that in Baldur's Gate 3. This reminds me, I'm a big fan of Elden Ring, and Var's bouquet is a weapon from there. And speaking of Var from Elden Ring, if you didn't know, you can actually find his armor set on Nexus Mods. So yeah, My Funny Valentine, which is a perfect segue into our Dark Souls-inspired Warlock subclass by Nevity here, the Warlock Patron, the Last Sun. This subclass is for all the Sun Bros out there. It's inspired by the Warriors of Sunlight. So the Last Sun gives you the choice of taking Guiding Bolt alongside Cure Wounds, and you also get the Sunlight Spear, hurl 1 spear crackling Sacred Lightning. And which also gives you the Sunlight Spear, Blessing of the Sun, which deals additional damage equal to your Charisma modifier, so it's kind of like the Eldritch Blast for this class. And I gotta say, the VFX for this are out of this world. So yeah, Lightning Spears, amazing stuff. So yeah, radiant damage, look at that, incredible. Level 3 gives us access to Scorch and Ray and the Aid spell. And what's also cool about this is there's a new pack of the Warden. You can summon a pack shield, which gives proficiency bonus added to your armor class. Level 5 gives us a new subclass ability, the Improved Blessing of the Sun, which lets you toss another beam. And you also get Daylight and Revivify as spells you can select at level 5. The Deepen pack you get at level 5 for the Warden's Aegis gives a 9 feet protective aura around us, which adds a bonus to our armor class equal to proficiency bonus, does not require you to activate anything else, acts as a mobile fortress for your character. Once we hit level 6, we get the Warmth of the Spark. When you hit a creature with a Sunlight Spear, allies within 5 meters gain temporary health points equal to your Charisma modifier, and we ignore resistance to radiant damage and cannot roll a 1. I'll be covering this one in a future video, but it also gets spells like Guardian of Faith, Wall of Fire, Flame Strike, and Mass Cure Wounds. And next up is Unlimited Power, the Storm Domain here by ZX10RX, who, if you don't know, is the creator of the Mindweaver class mod, one of the most popular in Baldur's Gate 3's mod manager. And they also have things like these Sword Dancers of Ida's Tryout as well. The Storm Domain is lightning themed with things like the Lightning Discharge. This is a cantrip that can end up knocking targets prone. And you'll see the Electric Current here, which can also chain to additional targets. Really cool stuff. Storm Domain here, unleash a surge of lightning with a widening arc. Each creature must do a dexterity saving throw, taking 3 to 18 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much on success. Our Channel Divinity is the Stormlord's Edict here, so you unleash a commanding shout, infused with a storm charge lightning. Creatures in a 4-meter radius take 2 to 12 lightning damage, and must succeed a Constitution saving throw or become stunned until the start of their next turn. That's pretty useful. Also, you get the Lightning Strike bonus action here. We're doing 1d4 lightning, calling down a focus bolt of lightning from above, dealing 1 to 4 lightning damage to a creature within 9 meters. And if you have the Remnant Channeling, it will apply additional 3 to 6 lightning. Level 3 gives us the Static Blade here alongside the Crackle spell. So yeah, this one comes with a lot of different spells, as you can see here. I'm not going to go too in depth on this one, as I'll be covering it in a future video, but you can see here all these different cool lightning effects with I love the blue crackling lightning, sorry Jahara there. But yeah, you got so many different options here that are honestly quite powerful. You can actually hit your teammates with the Stormlord's Edict, and I'm sorry, no, our cats are stunned, no. Oh, I feel so bad. But that's just proof that it works. You also got these cool zone spells you can hit in an arc, kind of like a Cone of Cold, the Electric Current as well, so you can just blast away and chain it between people. Now, the next class mod actually requires you to put on Mick Gordon music. This is a Doom-themed Paladin subclass, the Oath of Fury. Here are a bunch of the different abilities here, and you use Fury. This is it basically powers your abilities, things like the Furious Dash here, which just will consume a Fury charge, doesn't use your action or bonus action. You do a lot of different stuff, like a Furious Smite, infuse your weapon with the additional radiant damage. At level 1, we get that Lay Hands Punish here, which uses that Lay Hands charge and a bonus action. Lay Hands, kind of annoying. You can use it to heal, but who heals when you can long rest or short rest so easily in Baldur's Gate 3? So this actually gives a use for the Lay Hands charge, which I can appreciate. The Divine Rage here, you gain Fury after killing a hostile target or landing a critical hit, and that's the charges again that you're used to do different abilities with. You can also use Fury to do a Furious Smite reaction. And in a single tenant, just mess stuff up and rip and tear. And upon hitting level 3, we get that Imbue Weapon, which lets us do additional radiant damage, and it gets a Throne property, which will let it return back to your hand, which I think is amazing. And the Furious Dash, which increases your movement speed without using your action or bonus action. And for Oath spells, you get Burning Hands and Armor of Agathis. And this is balanced against a Sword Bard 10 Paladin too, which is kind of funny. This is something I did with my College of Winter Spirit Bard, going around getting up the potential damage per second on both of these builds. And this one, it makes it much... The Paladin is kind of funny, where very strong class, but it's better when you add in spell slots from other ones. So this helps with combating that by Der Krieg Worst. And next up, we got the Bex Heads for Human, Elf, and Drow by Nikjima. And here is the head in action. This is a half-elf that I'm playing here. And they always do a much better job of showcasing the head and the creativity that you can have with things like this. I think this is a really great head mod that looks very natural, and tons of different ways you can go around creating this character. Actually, kind of funny. I feel like I know someone in real life that looks kind of like this. So yeah, this is an amazing mod. Another great one. If you're looking for something new for your character creator, check out this mod by Nikjima. And next up, we got Priestess God's new look revamped. There's actually a few of these, so you can bear with me here. This one changes the Goblin leaders to have a new appearance here. And I love mods like this. Again, I think of it as the Baldur's Gate 3 multiverse, where you go through the game so many times that you're seeing new versions of these same characters that we know and love, or not love as much, but cool new image there for the character. This creator, Chloe 1, has made a bunch of other ones here, like the Karlax look revamped here, which gives her a longer hairstyle and revamps Karlax's appearance a bit here. Also updates the photo to match. They have a bunch of different ones for characters like Balthazar, who looks very much different from his normal character. I love it. It's more like an evil, wizard type look. We also have this new look for Elminster. I love it. The monocle is great. I wish I could rock a monocle and look cool. And they also released one for Orin here. So a great week if you enjoy redesigns of characters for your Baldur's Gate 3 multiverse. Speaking of multiverse, Glamdring, Gandalf's sword. Now, this is an actually really nice weapon here. I unfortunately can't find it. It's available for sale in Acts 1 and 2. Didn't end up in my tutorial chest. Legendary weapon does a 1d6 slashing, deals an additional 1d6 to goblins here. It's a legendary weapon. They made it in Blender. I think that this looks amazing here, so I can't wait to go back on my next playthrough and grab this sword here. So Yeah, this is amazing. And I've been asked a lot recently about Gandalf builds, so perhaps I'll put one together here, because sword and staff are amazing in Baldur's Gate 3. And next up, I thought this was a cool one, real gems. The value of gems is now 10 times as much, because rubies, diamonds, and gold don't really feel like worth their while in Baldur's Gate 3. This changed it by MVXIVY. I should also mention the Glamdrings by Zerm here. Next up, we got Astarion's leather pants by Poppy here. So this changes Astarion's pants. I'll just go through her images here to showcase what this looks like. It updates his pants to have a bit of a different appearance to them. And it does have compatibility if you're using a particular mod, the 6-pack Begun Astarion visual body texture, but it doesn't work with no abs Astarion. So I just want to point this out. I know there's a lot of people that really like Astarion, and maybe they just want to get him some new pants and boots. Next up, we got Miam's Couple Pose Pack, Body Type 4 and Body Type 2 by Miam158. I'm going to go through their images because they got some great shots here to showcase what it all entails here. So I'm just going to go through these here if you're looking for new photo mode pictures. I really like this one where you pick them up like that. And then there's some spicier ones here. So this is another incredible photo mode pose pack with 42 different poses. Next up, we got the Sculptor statue creation by Forkira. For those that want to make 100 statues of Shadowheart, 1,000 statues of Karlach, you name it, you can now do it with this mod. So I'll explain how it works because it's a little confusing at first for figuring it out, but basically you're going to get this item here, the enchanted carving tools, and you get these spells on here. So you're going to get things like the statue superhero. You can go with a normal one, a nude one if you wanted to, or a gold statue. I can't show the VFX because it does end up having them naked for a second, but boom, now we got ourselves a golden Minsk outfit. They'll be wearing whatever their equipment is there. There's also updates here, so you can go ahead with removing all statues, create a placement pedestal. So this is going to put it at your feet. So you use this wherever you want to place one down at, and then you got two other options here. So you also have the remove statue or the place statue. If you place a statue, you select which one you're going to move, and then it's going to end up moving it to this location here. You actually have to click the pedestal of it here for it to move properly. Sometimes it's a little bit buggy, especially in enclosed areas, but you can also go ahead and remove them there by selecting the pedestal, not the character. But yeah, this is cool. Decorate your camp with your favorites, and this is by Forkira. Another one, the Karmic Consequence, all enemies instant die for Forkira. Now, this was actually made for Kira. This is basically if you have someone that, you're playing with your friends, you don't want to do combat, this will just make everyone immediately face Karmic Consequences and go boom. Basically, if you don't want to bother with combat, and as I referred to this game earlier, this is a vampire and goth dating simulator for some people, and this mod just basically makes that true. You don't have to deal with the combat, you can just focus on your characters. And speaking of characters, I love this mod, the Epilogue Magic Mirror. So this mod by Alpacalypse Later 42 lets you actually go and redesign your characters at the Epilogue camp, which is missing a magic mirror. So I think this is important because, it's meant to be set in the future, so your character may have a new appearance, and maybe you want to get some shots at the Epilogue party. Now you don't have to worry about any of that. You can just go ahead and change them at will. And for Nexus Mods, I'm just going to briefly cover some of my favorites from this week. I just want to talk about the horses again. It's seriously so exciting to see horses in Baldur's Gate 3. The version that you can get on Nexus Mods here is pretty much the same as far as I'm aware. I just think this mod's incredible. I just want to talk about it briefly again. We also got Thea by Goblin, a new head mod here that I just wanted to touch on. And here is Thea in action. I think this is a really great head mod here, so you can see that on my character here. And Thea Vamp version, which has vampire fangs that you can't see. But yeah, this is a really great new head mod here, so go check out the Thea by Goblin. And next up, we got the Unnerfed Origins by Kobold Juno. I love this. This basically restores the Origins to their power. They are strong characters. I've talked about this in videos in the past, so it gives them actually very lore-appropriate passive abilities. So for Astarion, undead creatures takes actions or cast spells, he'll have advantage on saving throws against it. Gale, he lets him use illusion and enchantment spells as an action or a bonus action. Now, he is a professor of illusion in one of his end games, which is kind of cool, so this suits him very well. Karlach, the Blood War survivor, advantage on fiend-type enemy attacks. The Interplanar Slayer here, Lae'zel, you gain advantage on aberration-type enemies. Shadowheart gets a +2 to intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws, despite countless times of getting memory wiped. You are still you. And Monster Hunter for Will, getting advantage on monstrosity-type enemies. Nothing overpowered, everything flavorful. I think this is an incredible mod by Kobold Juno, so I just had to point to this one as well. And like last week, trying to highlight some Patreon mods as well here. This is the Death Shadow outfit for Body Type 1 by Euro here. I love the design of this outfit, and you can dye it here, so this is what it looks like. I'll go through some of the shots here because they are incredible at showcasing what this looks like. Yeah, this is a really nice outfit here, so Commissioned for Eve by a Euro. This is actually just one of my new favorite outfits, so you can expect to see this in some future videos. All right, that was a lot of horsing around, but I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And stay tuned for some future mods. I'm going to be hopping to it here and working on them. I got a couple currently in the works, so you can stay tuned for that. But let me know in the comments your favorite mod from today, and hope you guys all have a great day, and we'll catch y'all in the next video.